Hello, everyone. My name is Ian Lamont, and I am the publisher of In 30 Minutes Guides, available from in30minutes.com. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to use Amazon marketing services to advertise books on Amazon.com. And actually, I use them to advertise these books right here that you see on our webpage. But if you go to Amazon.com, you can actually see a couple different types of ads that show up on a product web page. And the one I'm going to be doing today is called the product display ad. And if you go to a book display page on Amazon, and you'll see something like sponsored products related to this item. All of these books here, including a book that we publish, Crowdfunding Basics in 30 Minutes by Michael J. Epstein, it's put here because I created an Amazon Marketing Services product display ad for usually for the interest and sometimes for the category. So this book will show up here. There's another type of closely related ad called a sponsored product ad, which uses keywords to determine where it appears on Amazon. But we're not going to be talking about that today. I'll do that video another time. In any case, let's get started to show you how the Amazon Marketing Services product display ads works. So go to ams.com. You should see something like this. I'm assuming you already have an Amazon Marketing Services account. If you don't, you can get it set up either through if you have a Kindle Direct Publishing account, you can get it set up that way, or if you have an Amazon Advantage account, you can set it up that way. So I have an Amazon Advantage account, and I'm already all set up, and I have lots of ads running. So I just click the Sign In button right here. It'll ask me about that. And it's going to give me a CAPTCHA. No surprise there. AGD. Okay, here is my dashboard, and I have more than 100 different ads running of 3 or 4 different types, and it lists them right here. I'm not going to get into looking at all of them, but they include product display ads like this here. This is a product display ad I have running. But I just want to create a new one, so I go to New Campaign and click on that. And depending on how you registered for AMS, you'll see different options here to create ads. There's 4 types currently. Who knows, they may create new types soon. Many people who register through Kindle Direct Publishing, they will not see headline search, but they will see sponsored products, lock screen ads, and product display. And by the way, lock screen ads I've found to be very, very useless for actually getting business. They just seem to spend a lot of money and no one ever clicks on them or touches them. Product display, though, can be pretty effective. So it says target by product or interest appear on related product detail pages. So that's the example that I just showed you here. These are all product display ads. So I'm going to click on this, just highlight it and then select it. So it says choose a targeting method: product, target shoppers viewing specific products or categories, or interest, target shoppers with specific interests. And the interesting thing about interest is Amazon has actually come up with these crazy interests that kind of correspond to profiles of people. Like one of them will be computer maven, meaning like somebody who's really into using computers, or sports enthusiast or something like that. Let's instead start with target shoppers viewing specific products or categories. That's pretty easy to understand. And as you know, Amazon has all these categories. And so what you can do is you can set up an ad to match to those categories. First thing you have to do is select the product. Search by keyword, product name, UPC. That's like the barcode on the back of a book, or ASIN. And that is the Amazon shopping identifier. So I'm just going to type the title: Crowdfunding Basics in 30 Minutes. Search. And here it is. So I'm going to select this title. So one thing that it does is actually lets you target specific products, which can be pretty useful. So for instance, I can do crowdfunding and see what comes up. So look at all these books right here. That's great. I'm going to add all of them. And then you'll see an arrow below the list. Click that, and there's even more results. So there's actually 146 books that have the keyword crowdfunding in them. So I'm just going to go through and add all of them. Like this music thing, that's probably not useful to me, but one thing that's good about these ads is that you don't pay unless someone clicks on them. So if my crowdfunding book shows up next to a MP3 music selection, it's highly unlikely someone is going to click on the book if they're listening to a music tune. At least that's what I've found. Okay, and actually as the results go on, they become less and less relevant. One thing you should also do is choose related terms. So Kickstarter, that's a related term to crowdfunding. And you can see some of the books I've already selected them, but some of them I haven't. So actually, a lot of these look like they're not even really books, but some of them are. Like some of them might be products that somebody created on Kickstarter, like this one, Pebble Time smartwatch. That I know that's a Kickstarter project, but I don't want to add that because I don't think people want to read a book after buying a smartwatch. This is my own book. It says ineligible. Okay. So you can see there's lots of things you can do. I'm not going to go through everything. Expand targeting to other closely related products. I think this is helpful to do because it might help you get some opportunities that you would otherwise miss. A campaign name. I always give this a name that will let me know later what it's all about. So crowdfunding, PD, product display, and then I can put the date in. So let's say 01/21/18. Cost per click bid. This means how much you will pay every time someone hits the ad. And this is a maximum amount. Of course, Amazon always wants you to bid really high. I never do that. I usually start pretty low, maybe 24 cents. Budget, I also control this. $5 per day, no more than that. And by default, it's run campaign continuously starting today. This can be dangerous because if you have a campaign that people are clicking on all the time and you're not paying attention, pretty soon you're going to be, this is like $5 per day, 7 days a week. So you're spending $35 per day, per week. That works out to about $130 or $140 per month. So this really starts to add up. And if you're not careful, you can really spend a lot of money. Hopefully when you're spending money, you're actually getting results. But what if it's not? And I've actually had bad experiences using these ads, not so much on AMS, but on like Google or Facebook. I'll just blow through a lot of money, not get many results, and then I'll be really disappointed. So I think it's actually good to set an end date. And you can change this later, by the way. So I'm just going to say to the end of the year. You might do it to the end of the month if you're not comfortable spending a lot of money. And of course, you can lower this amount too. You can make this $3 per day if you want to keep things under control. Headline. So you want to put a catchy headline there because that's sometimes these ads, they show up with a headline. Sometimes it's just actually just showing a picture of the book itself. So I already have some prepared. And actually, I recommend doing this before you get started doing AMS ads. Create like I call it a scratch pad. It's just a text file with keywords related to whatever you're talking about, whatever you're trying to sell, and then also some headlines. So the author of this book, Michael J. Epstein, he's a pretty smart guy. He knows all about how to use crowdfunding platforms, and I'm going to stress that in the ad. And I can just type something up. An easy guide to getting the most out of Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or Patreon. Okay. I'm going to say easy crowdfunding guide so people know what we're talking about. Brand. So this is I changed this to in 30 minutes in capitals and put spaces between. In 30 minutes guides. Product description. This will just pull it in right from the title of the book. So this is Crowdfunding Basics in 30 Minutes, How to Use Kickstarter. There's some other text there. You can change that if you want. So you can just make it, I can get rid of the subtitle, but I'm not going to do that. I actually like that. And then you can you have a logo. So I already have a default logo I use for my guides. and then you can preview, see what it looks like. So they have different versions of the ad. So one version of the ad actually doesn't use the title that you had. It just pulls in the default title and some other information. And then you submit campaign for review. And usually it'll be reviewed within a day or two. You'll get an answer on that, and then it will start running. So to learn more about how to get the most out of different technologies such as AMS, I have a couple other videos on our YouTube channel, the in30minutes.com YouTube channel. And to learn more about the books themselves, in 30 Minutes Guides, go to our website, in30minutes.com. And at the bottom of the page, there's a link to the YouTube, which has all the other videos about Amazon Marketing Services and other things too. Thanks so much for watching.